Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to make a spinner card using some of the elements of Box of Sunshine. So first of all we're going to start off with the watercoloured card base. Don't fold it, just leave it as it is for the moment, and then we're going to make our own kind of DSP on this side using some of the elements that come with the set. So it's got this lovely like lined pattern that you could join up end to end, but I'm not going to do. I'm going to randomly do this. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight. This is probably crushed curry on here, but I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to I'll place it about there. I'm just going to randomly do this anywhere I want, really. I should have put something down, I think, so that I don't get it all over my tablecloth, but never mind, it doesn't matter. Do one there and coming off the end a bit here. So that's the first part, and then I'm going to use the smile out of it. So I'm going to put smile some of the places. There we go. I think I'll have a bit coming off the end. There we go. And then I've got the You Are Loved. So I'm going to put You Are Loved, and that's going to fit between. So I'm just going to randomly put this wherever I want. I'm going to, now I just need to blank off my card bit, because I want to put one down here, and I don't want it to stamp on my card, so put it a bit up there, and I think I'll put one up there. I think I could fit one in there, so I'm gonna fit something in there. I think I'll come off the, I've done one there, so actually I think I'll leave it at that. Okay, so I've done that. Hope you could see that. So I've just done that on the side of the card. Now I'm going to get my trimmer to score my side of the card. Oh, what I'm going to do is, this is American card base. So it is 8.5 by 5.5, and you will notice that this is the back part of it, because I wanted this to be in the front of, you'll see this inside. So we're not using any DSP, we're just going to use that. So I'm going to use my score blade and score this at, now if it's, let me just check this, this is 4.5. So half of 2 is 4, so 2 1/4. I'm going to score it down at 2 1/4. So I'm going to be able to see where my score line is. So I can see that score line going down there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place, now this is the largest oval from the stitched shape dies, and I'm going to put a post-it note. So I got, because I don't want it to tear what I've just done, I'm going to use a post-it note to stick this. So I want this to be equal top and bottom, and I also want it to be equal side to side. So I'm trying to get that as close as I can to the middle. Or shall I do what? Now I'm going to do it the other way. Right, so I'm going to fold my card this way, and then I'm going to fold it back on itself like this. So we're going to end up with it like that. Sorry, I'm out of camera shot. So it's going to be like that. So what I'm going to do is I want to place my oval like that. So I'm going to re-extend that now. This is not halfway. This is just gone a little bit more. I can't have done my... I forgot to add my extra bit on. So that's not a problem. That'll be fine. So I'm going to put this about halfway. So I'm going to line this up on my platform. So it's going to be halfway. I think that's about halfway up top and bottom as well. And then I'm going to stick this with my post-it note, hopefully. That way it is. Let's see. That will stick down. And I'm going to get another bit for the top. And hopefully this will stick down enough. I don't want to rip into my card, so I don't want to stick it with something more than a post-it note, because I don't want it to rip into that card. So when I take it off, so I'm going to do that. And use my Big Shot to pop it through. So up we go. Now I might have to run this through. I'm going to bend those over because they're not important. I'm just going to take it through, and it doesn't need to go all the way through, so I'm just going to take it backwards and forwards over the bit I'm really wanting it to cut into, because it's got two sides to go through. So I'm just making sure that it goes through. Let's have a look, see if I've achieved it. Hiya Valerie, how are you? So yes, I think it's gone. Yeah, it's gone all the way through. So I can now take that off and peel that off gently, and then we've got that there. And so now I can crease it back in position. We don't need the Big Shot anymore, and I'll just crease that into place. I'll find my bone folder. Have I got it out? Yes, I have got it out, so I can pull my mat back into play now. So and see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to make sure this is really creased top and bottom, and I'm actually going to open it up again, and I've got 2 lemons. Let me just pop those out of the way. So I've got 2 of the lemons from the set, and I'm going to glue these together. But before I glue them together, because I'm making a spinner card, I'm just going to make sure that the right way to fit together, and then I'm going to pop some double-sided tape down the centre. So I've got some really strong tape. I bought the wrong size. This is only 3mm, and I meant to buy 5 or 6. Never mind. So I'm going to pop this, because this is really strong tape anyway. I'm going to pop this down the centre. So I'm going to try and get it as close as I can to my centre and cut that off. I'm sure I brought out my scissors, haven't I? No, I haven't. Right, thought I'd got them. Sorry about that. So let's just take that back. Okay, rub over with your bone folder, and then peel your... No, that's not right. It's really strong. It's just ripped into my card because I didn't get the backing piece off properly. That's it. The glue will fix that, so that's not an issue. I've got some thread that is invisible. So the invisible thread, I'm going to get a length of, and I always like to double the invisible thread. This is probably going to be quite difficult for you to see, but I am going to get a generous piece. There's tons on this roll, it's going to last me forever. And I'm going to just place that, trying to get it in the centre of my lemon and press it down. I'm then going to glue the part of the lemon now. So that's trapped my thread in between the lemon. And then I'll put the glue on this side, and just because it's taken the tape off, I'm just going to make sure it gets underneath there. Then pop this on top. Make sure I've got it the right way so that the lemon will sit, and just try and move your thread so that it's in the middle. Then I'm going to actually glue my leaves on the top, but they will not fit completely on, so I'm just going to do that part and then stick that at the top. Now I'm going to look about where the thread is coming out so that I get that top part of the leaf bit just about there. Then I'm going to turn it over and get some glue on the other side and put, I might take it down a little fraction, so put that on there. You want to make sure they don't show, so that both the leaves are identical, so that when you're holding it up on either side, the leaves don't show over one another. So just keep having a look backwards and forwards. So then you're going to open up, I'm going to totally open up the back of the card. So there's where I've printed, I'm going to totally open up, and down the side of where the score line is, because this is thin tape anyway, this will be fine, I'm just going to put a tiny bit just there, and because this is very thin, I'm going to put 2 pieces of the tape there, and I'm going to do the same with the bottom. So one there and one there. I'm going to then make sure that's burnished down. And I'm going to get my proper, take your pick tool and pick off the back of the release tape. And I'm going to hold my lemon, so I'm just going to get my 2 pieces of my the invisible tape. Now I'm using my grid to line up the score lines so that I can put this in the centre and directly down the score line. So when I'm happy, I'm just going to press down. That bottom one's fixed now, so just re-put that back on there, and then just put the top one now, and I'm just putting it down with my fingers. Now I think I'm going to glue it first, and then I'm going to cut off my excess. So on the shorter side, I'm putting all the glue so that it will, and I put some right by that. You're only needing to glue on the shorter side, so I'm going to do it right round there, and then we'll take that over like that and just burnish that down. There we go. And just take your scissors and cut off your excess piece of your twine. So you could use normal twine on this, I'm just choosing to use invisible, so from a distance I suppose it looks like it's floating. And then, whoops, didn't get very close with that. So then I'm going to close it and re-burnish this side. And then what you'd do is you'd wind this up. So if you wind that up before putting it in the envelope, and then when the person opens it, the lemon will spin. So when it stands up, you it's hard for you to see on camera, but you get the lemon in that floating in there like that. Okay, now I've got the label from the set, and I'm going to move out my board now. I'm going to print on with my label, so just need to clean up because I've made a mess of my my stamps. I really stuck it in well. I'm going to clean up that ready to put back, and then get my other bit of sentiment, and that one says a little something to brighten your day. So I'm going to use that sentiment, peel off my one off there. That can, I can put it back. I've got it in my hand, so I'm going to pop that back on here. And place it on my block. I think I'm going to do it in the Daffodil Delight as well. And thank you. Just ink up nice something to brighten your day. Put it in my label. I think that's about in the middle. Press down, just hold it there for a few seconds. Take it up. And I'm going to actually just glue this. I'm not going to put any dimensionals on it. I'm just going to glue this on the back so that it can go in flat mail post. Won't be any problem. And I'm going to make sure that this is in the middle. So making sure it's in the middle. And there we go. So it's just very simple. Lovely card. Sending that through the post to someone to cheer up their day. And you've got the lovely floating lemon, which is quite cheery, isn't it? So I hope you like that. That's a way to kind of make your own DSP using your stamps. I could carry on the back, and I might print some more on the back so that it's same as the front. I did think about doing that, then I changed my mind, and I'll see. I think that goes there, so we'll just have a go and see whether it will do it all right. I'm just going to wipe off my stamp though, because I got it rather inked up, so I'm just going to put some more on there and see now. Just make sure that we're not going to make a mess of that. So I'm just going to again do some coming off. So oops, about there, about there, some there, go. So I'll leave that at that, and then put "You Are Loved." I want "You Are Loved" all over it. So I'm gonna sit now. I'll have to do that there so it can go there. Let's do that up there. Do that. I've dotted that myself, so I've smudged it a bit. So what I'll do is I'll embellish that bit on the back so that you won't see the smudges. But that's my card finished for today. Hope you liked that. Thank you very much for watching me. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Valerie. Much appreciate that you popped by to watch me. Thank you very much. Hope you stay safe. Hope you stay well. And I'll be back with more crafty goodness tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.